And we are recording. What's going on with everybody? It is your boy Eric, aka Young God, coming to you live in the Green Dungeon today, getting into your real raw rugged. And I got a very special individual on the other line. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, man. Who we got here today?
Come on, Eric, man. It's the man. The Prime Minister of Pound Down, the master of the West African monkey spank technique. The master of the West African monkey spank technique, the 5-time wild cheetah submission hold champion. Some may know me as Adult Swim's Black Jesus. Some may know me as Grand Theft Auto 5's Lamar Davis. It's your player partner, Slink Johnson, tapping in with a nice, good, burning spear for the good people out there, man. Thank y'all for tapping in, and thank you, Eric, for inviting me through.
Of course. Hey, man. Before we get into this, I want to say first of all, thank you, for joining. I cannot find the email, but I was trying to find because I have like two emails now. But I was trying to find on my original email when I first sent you like to do an interview. Nigga, this has been like probably since like 2015. I probably first ever emailed you. So the fact that we from 2015 to what 2024, I appreciate you finally get you on the channel. It means a lot. So I just want to thank you before we even, what I'm saying, start everything up, man. I appreciate you,
Right on. Thank you for
doing that.
having me. Thank you for your consideration, man. You could be talking to a whole lot of other people, but you chose to talk to your partner. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I probably missed that email in 2015, but God working the way He working. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to tap in and catch it this time. So let's do it.
No, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I've been following you for a minute. I was really trying to think like when did I first hear the name Slink Johnson, and I can't really pinpoint it. I can give a couple ways I think. It either was Black Jesus or it was the stuff you did with ADD. Because nigga, I watched all of them videos involving you, Moo, Teddy Ray, God rest his soul, like nigga, everybody. ADD just had me in a chokehold. Like nigga, I remember sitting down with my mama. It was like, Mom, you gotta watch this with me. Watching all them videos, my mom, whatever. Like y'all going to white people Thanksgiving and they coming to y'all. Like that was my thing. So I want to say that might have been the first thing, and then I started seeing you everywhere else. I'm like, man, this nigga funny. Down. Oh, this bro in GTA. You know what I'm saying? Like it started unraveling in. But those ADD videos, that's like my first vivid memory, and I kind of want to start there because nigga, those videos gave me so much joy. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like those videos are like, you ever hear like somebody talk about like a music album where it's like, yeah, it was cool, but it don't got a lot of replay value. You know what I'm saying? I can't go back and replay it. Them type of videos, you could watch that. It's like a Friday. Like I done seen Friday probably about a million times, and it's still funny. You know what I'm saying? So when doing those videos, did y'all know at that point? Did y'all at your point that y'all had like, like thunder, like lightning in a bottle, or was it just something you were just doing at the time? You didn't even know.
I mean, I think for us doing it, we absolutely knew that it was golden and enjoyed it and knew that we had lightning in a bottle. I just maybe didn't believe or understand that people would really see that lightning in the bottle as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was definitely golden and fun to do. And yeah, we knew it was some shit, man. But you know, again, when it gets to the people and they show you how they really love it, it's always awesome. And man, that shit fucked me up. So yeah, we knew we had lightning in the bottle, but no, we didn't know we had lightning in the bottle. Like you know what I mean?
No, for sure. It's like I don't know, like to kind of compare back to music again. It's like when you listen to like an amazing album and you just like did these niggas know this was gonna be this? You know what I'm saying? Like what was their reaction in the studio when I was making that? So I always think like when I watch videos like that, like when y'all making this video, y'all looking at each other like this gonna live forever. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
gonna
'Cause
tell you,
it's
no,
crazy.
I didn't know it was gonna be like this because again, the sketches came out and they were dope and people were receiving them, but it wasn't like a overwhelming response all at once. It was like one of those things again that was fucking 16 years now. You know what I'm saying? And people got a chance to grow up with those videos, like young cats like yourself probably grew up watching those videos, and even younger fans are catching on to it. So that shit is dope, man. So it's kind of like a slow burn. It's kind of like a slow burn, but damn, that shit's still burning. You know what I mean? And is burning and getting bigger, and that's definitely a blessing. It's dope as fuck, young Eric.
Hmm.
What's you pimp? Let me ask you something, my nigga.
What's up?
Now, what's up with that bonnet? Are you hiding a yee yee ass haircut under there?
Nigga, I do like a homeless Tarzan right now if I took this bonnet off, but I do look really crazy. But nah, I have a bunch of hair, so like I'm of the ilk like, hey man, nigga, I take care of their hair. You feel me, man? So I keep the bonnet on. You know
You
what I'm
know what,
saying?
brother? Brothers love their hair, man. And you just gotta understand, black people, we love our hair. And any brother that got it, man, more power to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hook your shit up. You know what I'm talking about?
You,
Hook your shit the fuck up.
hey, really, and hey, I'm all about nigga keeping maintenance. You know what I'm saying? L.A., you feel me around your way. You know what I'm saying? I throw out a reference. I don't even know. I would assume you're familiar with this person. Sugar free, somebody who, you know what I'm saying? You know who that is?
Yeah, absolutely. Do I know who sugar free is? Absolutely, Eric. You a fucking guy. Fuck you, I know who sugar free is, man.
You feel me? Sugar free. Sugar free say.
Like the bullshitting, bitch.
Like, hey, what Sugar Free said, he said, oops. What a boy said, he said, I ain't finna go upside your head and break nan under my fingernails. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
he,
no, not at all. Not a one, you dirty bitch. Not a one. Not a one. You dirty, dirty bitch, you.
I,
Not one.
I discovered Sugar Free when I was in high school. That shit captivated me. Cause I had never heard anybody rap like that. Anybody sound like that. Like just the stuff he was saying. That nigga said, he said, I learned her. The bitch was talking shit. He said, I learned her. The bitch was talking shit in the shower while I was taking a piss, so I flushed the toilet and burnt her. Hey, that nigga said, he said, Mama Mia. They said a pimp game so deep in Mexico that the pimp showed up on a tortilla. Crazy. You know what I'm saying? That was just this wild shit, man.
Shout out to Sugar Free, man. He one of the coldest wordsmiths on the West Coast, one of the coldest in the game, man. Shout out to Sugar Free, man. I fuck with Sugar.
For sure. And I know you have a music background, which I also want to get into. But before we get off Sugar Free, I do want to recommend a rapper to you that just listening and watch you for the years, I feel like you would like. Uh, it's a dude named Bruiser Wolf from Michigan, from Detroit.
Ooh.
Bruiser Wolf. Imagine if Sugar Free didn't rap about pimping, but he rapped about the dope game. That's Bruiser Wolf.
Bruiser Wolf.
Bruiser Wolf is crazy. He has the very
I'm gonna check out Bruiser Wolf.
yeah.
It's funny you mention that because I got a show in Detroit. I got 5 shows in Detroit, March 1st and March 3rd. Looking forward to getting them in, man.
When you said March when?
March 1st through the 3rd.
Okay. Is there it's funny because like when traveling, are there certain cities that you kind of love to go to and kind of like like I gotta go to this city because they might be a little harder or they just don't react to your specific material?
Not really. I'm always excited to go anywhere new, as long as it don't involve hospitals or incarceration. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to go anywhere new, man.
Is there a favorite place of yours that's outside of the West Coast?
I got a few of them, like Detroit being one, New York. All the major cities. They hold all of them hold their own. I got different reasons. They all hold their own value for me. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just like children. You got multiple. I got a bunch of kids. I love them all different, and I value them, all my children. But they got different things that they all that I really love and value about them all that make them unique. So again, it's always the major cities: New York, Chicago, Detroit, Seattle, uh, Miami, Houston. God damn it, Atlanta. You know what I mean? All these spots. I mean, I'm horrible, bro, because I try to find the beauty in different places for what they are. It's like it's apples and oranges. You can't compare Miami and Seattle.
Yeah.
It's apples and oranges. You know what I mean? And as far as people reacting to or people taking my style of comedy, man, again. Some places I've never been, you gotta go. You just gotta introduce yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is, man. You gonna love it. That's all. You gonna love it, nigga. You, nigga. You gonna love it, nigga. You.
I
Not
know.
just Eric, but whoever watching this, nigga. You. Wipe that book off here. I got the little eye booger. You, nigga. I swipe it off.
I know you named a bunch of the major cities, and then you're from what Dumas, Arkansas, right?
Dumas, Arkansas. I was born in a little small town in Arkansas called Dumas. You know what I'm saying? Dumas.
Ever performed in Dumas?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I performed at a class reunion, and it was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny something about you. You got like a, because like I said, I know you grew up for doing this from like 10, stayed that 1 year you was 15 years old, and then kind of lived the west or the left or the left the rest on the west. You got like a southern west coast swag. It's interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got like a country boy LA swag. Like
Oh,
it's
right on, my nigga. I'm still a country ass nigga, man. But I got my game on the West. But I like to feel like I retained a lot of my Southern sensibilities. But it's definitely West Coast. You know what I mean? But it's a little twist. Now is this? You know what I'm talking about? You big old film, you niggas, scratch that body, nigga. Scratch that motherfucker, nigga.
my head was itching right now. But nah, yeah, you got like a, cause it's like you got the LA accent, which I always find LA accents to be hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got that. Hey, little nigga
See,
out
in the
hort,
car.
cuz. Little nigga
In the
out hort,
car.
cuz. You know that
So
shit kills me.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them Florida niggas be trying to act hard too. Niggas be hard as a motherfucker for hard ass Florida niggas. Them hard niggas in the core.
It's funny because I used to say this. I don't know if I still believe this at all, but I used to always say Florida niggas and LA niggas are very similar to me. I don't know if I still believe that, but I did once upon a time believe that. I don't know how much time you ever spent in Florida, but very, I feel like, not similar culture at all. 'Cause we don't gangbang really down here, but
Yes, you do. Yes, you motherfuckers do.
not in Jacksonville.
I'm gonna
Jacksonville,
tell you. I'm gonna tell you why you do. Is the murder rate? Is there a murder rate
there's
amongst the black community?
there is a burger
Now
rate.
these niggas. This is just conversation, Eric. This is just a
Yeah,
conversation right now. I hate when guys from outside of California say, "Hey, we don't gang bang over here." No, you're not necessarily Crips and Bloods all the time, but you niggas got blocks, crews, sets, organizations, and they don't necessarily say cousin blood, but these niggas go shooting at each other. So that's still gang banging, bro. If you got one group of niggas that don't like another group of niggas and they go hurt each other in the name of each other's groups, that's gang bang.
so you're talking about like organization and groups. It's really not like that in Jack. I'm telling you, like I'm
Well,
telling you how it is.
whatever you block, if it's two or more of them niggas hook up together and they call themselves some nigga, I'm the Buford block boys.
Niggas don't do that. That's my point. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. In Jacksonville, it is a neighborhood thing. Niggas beef with like neighborhoods for sure.
Exactly,
That's definitely a
exactly. So
thing.
whatever the neighborhood is, the Willowbrook area, them niggas don't like them boys from Cross Creek. And you know what I'm saying? So it's neighborhoods. It might not be a gang, might not be a name, but these niggas fighting for their neighborhood. This nigga in this neighborhood don't like them niggas in that neighborhood. It's gang bang.
So let's get into some black shit.
Okay,
I'm
let's get to some black shit.
I would tell you what's the real difference between somebody like L.A., a Chicago, and then you compare it to somewhere like Florida. From like I said, I don't got really no knowledge of gangbang because that's not really something that actually happens down here. Y'all are much more organized when it comes to gang banging and Crips and Bloods. You got the big homies. You got niggas you gotta go through if you want to do this or whatever. It's none of that down here. If a nigga want to kill a nigga, you just getting killed. It ain't no big homie that's finna squash nothing. If a big homie finna squash them, they might squash that nigga literally.
I think it's the same here, man. These niggas, it's the same here, man. It's like it's the same here when niggas listen to who they listen to. You know what I'm saying? These young niggas getting money, they don't listen to their big homies no more. You know what I'm saying? These young niggas, a lot of these young niggas is doing some things that they big homies never did. And they feel like they bigger than the big homies sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the big homies is hating on these young niggas. So it's hard for these young niggas to want to listen to somebody that's hating on them. So, it's a disconnect everywhere, man. And nah, I wouldn't agree with that at all. There's a faux organization here, but it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? It ain't real. There is a certain hierarchy, but it is not being honored
Yeah,
like it should be. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. You smoking dope?
I don't
'Cause I
smoke.
ain't.
A nigga do not smoke.
Oh, I'm gonna smoke. Well, look at this. Don't be like me. Be like Eric.
It's funny because I actually do kind of want to dig into that just a little bit because like for example like you're a little older than me so like you can answer this question for me because I can only see stuff from through documentaries asking other like people older than me. It does seem like we live in like a society now with like people in my age group probably has like a little less morals than like niggas did back then. And I only say that because I feel like niggas tried to honor certain codes back then. Not even on street shit, but just in general. But I definitely do feel like in street shit, niggas was like, oh, we not hitting the kids or we not hitting ladies or whatever. Everything out the window, I feel like now. I don't know if you
Every
feel that way or not.
I absolutely agree. There was a certain level of respect, a certain level of what's understood ain't got to be explained. There was a certain level of respect for non-combatants and non-affiliates and things of that nature, and there was a certain level of respect among people in that generation. But I just think you know shit just got sold out. I don't want to, I don't want to be one to make it like this generation is worse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This generation is dealing with their own set of problems, just like we did, and based on that set of problems that you have and the way the world is with technology, the mindset, society, everything, you guys are just dealing with it accordingly. So I don't want to always say this, you guys are, oh, this shit just fucked up, man. But, it's just what it is for this day. And our values our values being, the generation prior will still be the same. I think values, they still, they still there, man. I just think, you know, they being sold for cheap.
Mm. I know one thing that came before comedy was music for you, and hey, I'll stand on this. I don't know if you agree with this, but because I know you say you can't really blame it all on this society with or on this generation for that. But nigga, I truly believe that this. I feel like we might be in the worst era of black music ever.
You know what? It's the worst era of music ever in regards to. I blame all that. A lot. I blame all that on internet, social media, more so on social media. Our attention spans is shorter now. Our attention spans have been reduced to about 30 seconds,
Mm.
a minute at most. And so therefore, you know, the music is we always complain about the songs being shorter. These niggas always making these 2 minute ass songs.
Yeah.
The thing about it is music is cheap now because of its accessibility. It's a double edged sword. It's a gift and a curse that everybody has access to creating and dropping music.
Mm.
It's really a double-edged sword. That's why music, and nobody values it anymore, because you know what I'm saying? Every day is something brand new that you can listen to. Somebody's dropping some other shit, and you never get a chance to really get to know these artists today like we did back in the days. Back in the days, we read album covers. I couldn't wait to get a CD, a tape, and open it up and feel it, touch it, read the album, the liner notes, get the song at the same, everybody got it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody waited for it and got it. Nowadays, music don't have that same kind of impact, that same kind of. I remember when Michael Jackson dropped Thriller. I was a little nigga when he dropped the video. Man, I don't remember exactly all the details, but I remember we had to wait up
Mm.
at night to see it, and everybody had to see that shit at the same fucking time. It wasn't no streaming and running it back and all that shit, nigga. You world premiere, you had to catch it at the world premiere, and if you ain't see it then, nigga, you had to wait till whenever another MTV might have ran it or whoever was playing it at that time. It was, you know what I'm saying? And again, it dropped at the same time. Everybody go to school, go to work the next day talking about it, and we all feeling it and taking it in real time together. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what made it more valuable, more heartfelt. This shit nowadays, man, you discovering albums from 3, 4 years ago. It's so much shit you discovering albums from 3, 4 years ago. Oh, I didn't know he dropped a record. Why? Why you know he dropped a record? Because everybody dropping shit and he get covered by bullshit. And ain't nothing about nothing no more. You got me sound like the old nigga, man. Eric, goddamn it.
No, I'm hot, bro. I'm fully because I feel like we're overstimulated with too much music sometimes, and really, I just think the quality of music because there's so anybody can make music. You know what I'm saying? Definitely when it comes to black music, when somebody go viral, what's the first thing they do? They make a rap song. It could be a white person, black person, whoever. It's like rap music is so watered down, and just black music in general. Because like I don't know, I'm a very big connoisseur of all types of music. So like nigga, I'm just listening to like I was listening to Encore by Cheryl Lynn yesterday. That like that. Like niggas ain't jamming like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are not jamming in their music like that at all no more.
I be tripping on how many niggas making music that don't even know how to play instruments.
Mm.
Niggas do not know how to play an instrument, but making the shit out of music. And I ain't saying that's a good or a bad thing. It's just like wow. So everybody can do it, and that's what it is. Shout out to the people that's making good music. But ain't none of this shit sticking no more. Ain't none of this shit sticking. Like it's like after probably '06 for me, don't nothing stick. Anything made after like '06, and it ain't a lot of music that's really sticking here with a nigga that I can go on my, streaming service and pull up that album and just rock out at any time. It ain't too much that was made after '06, that really does that for me.
No, for sure. I interviewed Cool from Cool in the Game, and like
Mm,
talking to him, it's just like
he's
damn,
a G.
very big G, and it's just like man, it's like this is like a knowledge of wealth or a wealth of knowledge, just music knowledge, playing instruments. He got instruments in the back, so yeah, you're right. And it's like somebody like you who grew up in the era where, like I said, music is made differently, consumed differently. Who were you listening to around that time that inspired you to want to even like rap at all?
Scarface,
Mm.
Ghetto Boys. I mean, prior to that, I started back in '86, been going hard since '94. So like in '86, I was like niggas like Dana Dane, Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn Slick Rick. Goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Early shit at 1987. What was we listening to in '87, nigga? The early shit. But I was just freestyling and talking shit back then. But around '94, that's when I started writing raps. And I'm writing raps like, okay, I'm gonna really do this shit. And around that time, it was Face. It was Scarface.
How did Too Short? I you say you sounded Too Short. How did Too Short discover you?
One of my homies I grew up with since I was a little kid, since I moved to California. One of my homies, like a cousin to me, Lil E. I met Short through Lil E. Lil E is Short's actual blood related cousin, and shit, Short took me to he took me to Short like, yeah, man, my nigga can get down. I started rapping, and shit. Next thing I know, I was on a plane. But at this time, my boy Kiki, who was there with Short, Kiki had took me in and executive produced and put together an album for me for Short. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Short had like, yeah, just kind of put Kiki on me like, yeah, put that nigga, get this nigga right. And we did a little record, did a bunch of music actually, and toured and shit. It was dope.
What was your rap
Short,
name?
Slink Capone.
Mm, real
Yeah.
mobster shit. Slink upon it like that.
Yeah, that's where I was at that time. I look back at it now. I kind of laugh. I would have kept my whole name because, I'm pretty sure Al Capone didn't like me. He wouldn't have liked me much anyway. So I think about it now. I would just kept my name. My grandfather don't like me much anyway, but this cool. It's still my name. Fuck it. I
Al,
took
Al Capone for sure probably called you like a moolie or whatever, you know.
it.
But no. So being in the rap game that early and then transitioning, what would you transition like a almost like decades later to comedy? Were you doing any comedy in the '90s?
No.
So
I
yeah,
was. I've always been a comical type person, a
yeah.
humorous class clown type dude. You know what I'm saying? For as long as I can remember, people have told me that I should, but that I didn't see. I didn't want to. I'm a rapper, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And God damn it, just through personal relationships and my personality, you know, different doors were open for me. You know what I'm saying? And one thing kind of, God made it evident for me in my life when I wanted to be blind to it. He made it evident for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and being in the rap game, like I said, since the '90s and touring somebody like Too Short, could you apply anything you learned from the rap game into the comedy game at all?
Absolutely. A lot of this shit, work ethic, don't stop. Constantly reinvent yourself, constantly, Shit, stay working, stay networking, keep your ear to the street, keep your know the pulse of the people. You gonna always make good product when you know the pulse of the people. I think sometimes artists can get so far into their own little bubble that they lose the pulse of the people and that shit they put out. You like, what the fuck is this nigga on? You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. That's not to say that a whole bunch of people won't still enjoy it, but I believe in those making real organic fans that really fuck with you and not just, oh, I fuck with this project. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want the people that fuck with Slink Johnson. Anything Slink Johnson drop, I want them to be able to say, yeah, I'm going to fuck with Slink Johnson and be confident knowing that Slink Johnson is going to, deliver and entertain them every time, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? So I value those people a lot. I value people who support anything I do, but the people that support me, you know what I'm saying? That means a lot, and I like that. Those fans will go at you for life. Like motherfuckers like Short Dog.
See, I feel like
Short,
my fault.
Short got a certain little. Short got a huge niche market of people that are never gonna stop fucking with him. He gonna always, you know what I'm saying? I'm with that. I value that. That's this type of fucking fan base. I think I got people that rock with everything a nigga do.
In music, I feel like that's easier to build because they listen to your lyrics and they like relating to you. So they're like, I like this person. Like, forget the music. Like, the music's great, but I like this nigga as a person. Like, he's speaking to me as a person. So that's how I feel like you build that fan base. But like with comedy, how do you think you build that fan base where it's like, yeah, I love his comedy, but I like him? How does like a comedian build that?
Well, being transparent. You know what I mean? Being a genuine person and being able to relate to a motherfucker's struggle and express them connections and shit. Being able to display that vulnerability and that humanity, and at the same time give them all that razzle dazzle that they know you, that they love you for. But when they can see that you just like them at the same time, niggas fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And I feel like, because you were talking about doing interviews and not doing interviews, your comedy hype interview is really good. I really enjoyed the comedy hype
Hey,
interview a lot.
thank you, brother.
Really enjoyed that. There was one thing that me just, I don't know if anybody realized this watching this interview. Nigga, are you you a mathematician? You did some quick math in your head in like 5 seconds that would have took me like 30. I don't know how you did that. And I was like, I need to like nigga, what math tricks did you do to come up with that? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but you did really. You was talking about what y'all talking about? It was 365 times something, and I forget why y'all was timing that. But for whatever reason, you did it so fast, and I had to actually like, are you really good at math?
I don't know if I'm really good, but I don't know. Just,
Wait, what?
thank you though.
For sure. Hold on, I gotta see. What did it come up to? It was whatever 1095, 365, whatever that is divided by maybe 3, I guess maybe. I don't know what it was. I think it was 365 times 3. And for whatever reason, you said 365, 3, that's 255, that's 1095, that's 1095, that's 1095. I say, what the hell? That nigga did that shit so nigga Bill Nye, bro. What the hell this nigga just do?
Well, I don't know. I got a little simple process in that regard. In that question, I still don't remember, but I would have said, okay, 365 times 3, okay, 350 and 350 is 700. Put them two 15s together. That's goddamn it, 350, 350 is 730. 730, okay, and then the other 365, 730, that's 1030, and 65, 1095.
So I just graduated college in August, and nigga, I cannot do that. I could have not done that the way that.
Well,
just,
when
that's
you're making
crazy.
transactions on the corner, you got to be quick.
Bro, hood niggas, street niggas are some of the best math niggas you will ever meet. Like, there's a video of Lil Baby counting up money. This nigga was counting up money so fast in this. I'm like, bro, how is this nigga counting up this money so fast? That's so crazy to me, bro. Y'all niggas are. Street niggas are different, man. But no, another thing watching that video, I definitely turned. This is a bad trait of mine. I turn into a white man every time I see a tall black guy.
Nigga said I turned into a white man
Bruh,
every time.
every time I see a tall black dude, I turn into a white man. I'm like, why is it this nigga dribbling the ball? This nigga is tall as hell every
Hey, nigga,
time.
and on behalf of the tall niggas that ain't necessarily bald niggas, look here, man. We don't like all the time when niggas ask us about basketball. Nigga, every tall nigga don't play ball. And I'll have you know that, you know, you people always say, hey, man, that's a waste of height. If I had your height, I would, man, fuck you. Go look up Muggsy Bogues. God damn it. Nate Washington. What's the boy
Nate
name?
Robinson.
Nate Robinson. You know what I'm talking about? Go look up some of them classic short niggas. Niggas 5 foot nothing. Niggas yamming on niggas, putting balls in niggas' foreheads. Nigga. So don't ever say that, nigga. Whatever I can do, you can do. God damn it. I can be a goddamn horse jockey, motherfucker. You don't know.
A 6'7" horse jockey would be ignorant. I'm not gonna lie, but a 6'7" horse jockey would be ignorant as hell. It's a terrible trait of mine. Nigga about as big as the horse on them. Hey, it's a terrible trait of mine. Every time I see somebody like around your height, I'm like, bro, I hope this nigga is somewhere in the goddamn amateur basketball league. I do that every single time. So it's funny though because you being Black Jesus, that made me think. I was like, bro, was Jesus 7 foot? I was like, now you got me thinking. I'm like, was Jesus a 7 foot black man in Nazareth? Like,
He could have been.
could have
He
been.
could have been. And that didn't play ball. That
Yeah.
nigga was a carpenter.
He did not play ball. He did not play ball. That is a good point.
He was a carpenter, man. You know what I'm talking about?
That is a good
Fuck
point.
with my man.
And it's funny because Black Jesus is kind of the next thing where in my lineage of like following you, where I'm like, okay, I really like this dude. Like this dude is hilarious. I remember like I'm like in high school around that time when I first dropped. Um, and I just thought it was so funny. Like the on Pops, I'm like that's so clever. Like instead of on God on Pops, I'm like this is a very very funny show, and that show is by far I feel like a top five Adult Swim show ever. It's so underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it. I feel like the people talked about it when it was on, not as off. People, I feel like it doesn't get that love. It should get similar love that Boondocks got, in my opinion. And I know it's an Aaron McGruder show as well, but it really was a very fantastic show. So I just want
Hey,
to shout you out for that, man.
Eric, thank you, man. I really feel that, the same to, back to that double-edged sword I was talking about, being, streaming and internet and all that shit. Thanks to internet, I'm glad that, Black Jesus show is another slow burn for a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of people are still discovering it. And I'm thankful for streaming services now that people will still be able to discover it. Niggas rock with it, man. I'm thankful for all that shit, man. And it's dope, man. I'm just glad niggas do. You know what I'm saying? And man, hopefully, it'll still resonate for generations to come. Cats will come back to it and find some relevance in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Everybody killed it. But you know who really was acting their ass off in that show?
Who that?
Charlie Murphy and John Witherspoon, both of them, they was acting their ass off. Charlie Murphy really killed his role. I feel like that casting fit perfectly.
God bless their soul, man. It's the homies, homie.
Was that your first time working with both of them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
How was that? How was like them being just, man, crazy?
Nigga, that shit was magnificent, nigga. That shit was magnificent. Nigga, imagine if you work with a motherfucker, somebody I mean, it wasn't like I've been doing this shit forever and I've been knowing them niggas and it wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of them niggas just like everybody else the fuck is, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucking awestruck that I'm working on a show with these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's some dope ass shit, man. And I knew that, even though I was lead character of the show, I still knew that them niggas was the leads. You know what I'm saying? And I respected and appreciated every minute of it, man. I was working with the legendary Charlie Murphy and the legendary John Witherspoon, man. Pops, bang, bang, bang. Charlie, nice place, nigga. I'm gonna whip your ass, nigga. Come on, man. Working with some niggas, some cultural fucking, working with some cultural icons. And through that, I really feel like shit. Working with them helped me become a cultural icon. That shit is fucking crazy, bro. Niggas come to me and say, nigga, I grew up on you. I be like, God damn, nigga, what's your mama name? That's something else. That's something else.
Niggas know
You
your
know,
mama. Niggas know your
niggas
mama,
know your
man.
mama, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but that's something else. It's crazy though, man. So it's definitely humbling, man, and amazing to think, man, that I got a chance to share the screen with some cultural icons, man, and especially at that point in their lives, what I consider, the twilight of their lives, whether we knew it or not at that time. You know what I'm saying? Some of their last, great work that was published while they was alive, I worked in it. So, it's definitely humbling. It's a dope thing, man. And thank all the supporters, man, all the people that watch the show, man. Thank y'all, man. That shit is dope as fuck, man. Thank you. Hey.
Like you said, God bless us so for real. And going back to you, in 2024, you are also definitely a cultural icon. Just off the simple fact that I told somebody last night, yeah, I'm interviewing Black Jesus. And niggas say, Slink Johnson? Already. Like, the fact that Black Jesus is now synonymous with Slink Johnson, very much so a cultural icon to us. And I even feel like even outside to black people, because everybody plays Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Grand Theft Auto and what that is. So I don't want you to shortchange yourself, because you also are 100% a cultural icon. Like, definitely 100%.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment, man. I'm just doing what I do, and I recognize it, but I just keep doing what I do, and I just like letting other people say it.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that's all.
It's so much stuff you've done, because even the skits with ADD, like, bro, those get meme. You see a meme from one of them every day. You see Teddy Ray saying about, like, the girl with the flat booty. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want her, my nigga. I forget exactly what he was saying,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Talking about the nigga Moo's sister.
yeah.
Bitch look like what's the nigga name from Cameo? Larry Blackman. What the fuck your man? Larry Blackman looking ass sister, nigga.
That is
Shout out to
classic,
my man Moo, man. Much love, Alpha Moo Johnson, man. My nigga, man.
bro. Speaking of that trio that y'all had, nigga, I can't turn on my TV without seeing Moo Johnson, bro. That nigga is on every commercial made.
Moo working like a motherfucker. I told Moo to put me down. Moo don't want me in the commercial.
We need y'all in the commercial, bro. Every time I turn on my TV, I'm like, is that Boo? I was like, what the hell? This nigga in a Progressive ad, this nigga be in a State
Man, that
Farm
nigga
ad, this
Moo
nigga be
working,
everywhere,
man.
bro.
Moo, and I'm gonna tell you, Moo working and Moo my partner, because Moo would call me probably every 10 months and 16 days. It's just randomly, and just was, hello, my friend. Fucking Moo crazy as a motherfucker.
Shout out to Moo, shout out to Slink, and it's times where I definitely wish to see, like, where Teddy would have been. You know what I'm saying, at this point, because it's cool to see all of y'all. So yeah, man, that was a beautiful time, and like I said, would have loved to seen where he would have been within
You
10
too.
years.
You too, huh? God, man. Yeah, man. Sound like my wash machine farted for a minute. Yeah, so, it's all good, man.
But no, yeah, all of y'all are for sure doing y'all thing. Is there Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you that before we got off of that. With Black Jesus, I seen you had an executive producer credit on there. Exactly what did that title mean with you exactly? Like, what did executive producing do, or what did you do on that show that was executive producing?
Well, uh, I like to say that I brought the tone of the show in regards to, if not the tone, the environment. Like, again, the characters, a lot of the names, the traits. I was given a lot of creative freedom in regards to, the script. The story was going to be the story, but the script, how it was conveyed, I was given a lot of creative freedom in regards to the words. I used, the stories, the pretenses of stories, and different things of that nature. There's a lot of stuff in regards to. But truth be told, you get a fucking title producer title for damn near anything. You know, just what you bring something to the motherfucking situation that's valuable enough to be considered that they'll give you producer. God damn it.
And you did some stuff on Boondocks too, right?
Yes, sir.
So both of those are Aaron McGruder shows, and you were on there when Aaron McGruder was doing that. Did you? How can I put this? It's like I don't know. You listen like a producer. You like okay, that's a Just Blaze beat. That's a Timbaland beat. You can tell they got that like that signature thing. When working on the Aaron McGruder show, was there like things where you're like, oh, this is like a constant within the Aaron McGruder show that you experienced?
No, there was two different shows to me. You know what I mean? My involvement in the Boondocks was limited. You know,
Yeah,
I did one episode, and you know, I did what I did. Actually, you know, I actually did my episode. I was by myself. I haven't met everybody else at that point. You know what I mean? So they were two different shits to me. I didn't, you know, pick up something like, oh, this is the thing. You know, just two. You know.
for sure. And I guess one is voice acting. Like I said, you in GTA, which made me think when you did the GTA role, did you have to go in person to do that? Like how was that experience of the audition process with that?
I went in person to audition. I went in person to audition, and I read with Solo, and that was there. I went in person to audition, and I went in person. Anything I had to do with them, I went in person. So, you know, once I got the job, they flew me to New York, and I started working on the project, and you know, working in the studio, doing the whole thing with the little superhero suit on and all that shit. You know.
Is that something your agent brings to you? Because I know they like to keep everything low key until the announcement. So like I know they just not put shit on like on Indeed. Like hey, you want to try for GTA nigga? So like how did that come to you?
And God gave that to me.
Mm.
God gave that to me because if I'm not mistaken, now I mean later on I was told this that you know DJ Pooh, you know he's deeply involved in the process over there at Rockstar, especially with Grand Theft Auto 5, with GTA 5, the franchise rather. And I think if I'm not mistaken, Pooh reached out to Carl Jones, who turned it down, but Carl referred me that I found out later. And Pooh ended up giving me a call, said come down and read for the shit, and I went and read, and that was it.
That's alright. That's alright. Hey, shout out to like I said, that's another thing where it's just like for sure in culture icon. A culture icon from Dumas, Arkansas. You know what I'm saying? That's so hard to me. And the only
Country nigga, Westview, Backstreet, you know what I'm talking about? It way deep south.
the only thing I know about Arkansas is banging in Little Rock. I don't know if you ever seen a documentary before.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
That's a crazy documentary.
Yes, it is.
Obviously, it's Little Rock, but from your experiences growing up, you were in there a long time. Was that a depiction that you remember of Arkansas?
My memory of Arkansas predates gangbanging.
Got you, got you, got you, got you. So game banging came after you left, essentially.
Yeah, gangbang came after I left. I moved to California to the landscape of it, and while I'm there, it was making its way down there.
Yeah, it's funny. White people I always feel like when they doing shit for black people, I'm like, what's their ulterior motive? The white dude in that documentary, that might have been the most kind-hearted white man because he was trying to help the hood. He brought some pizza. He like let's have a pizza party for the hood. Them niggas shot up the damn pizza party. I say, nigga, if I'm doing this and they shoot the damn pizza party, nigga, I ain't never coming back, nigga.
I'm getting the fuck out of
What
here,
he
right?
came back. I say, boy, this might be the most kind-hearted white man I ever met. So yeah, that is a very very crazy documentary for sure, for sure. But no, I don't want to keep you for too long. I appreciate you for stopping by. If you got any last words for the people out there watching, let it be known, man.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your main man, Slink Johnson. Look, man, if you want to hit me up, man, quickest way to get to me is hit me on Cash App, $ Slink Johnson, SlinkJohnson. Otherwise, you can hit me on all your social networks at Slink Johnson or follow me on YouTube at Slink. Shit, man, check me out in the city near you on stage talking shit. I got a photo album full of Polaroids of your mom, and I'm gonna bring them out there and I'm gonna show them to you because niggas know your mom.
Are you gonna keep that going, by the way?
Absolutely,
Okay.
niggas know your mom. Because I mean, do mamas keep going?
Mamas do keep going.
mamas, mamas just gonna keep going, my nigga. So, shit, nigga.
That is hilarious. Well, shit. I appreciate you stopping by. For everybody watching, I appreciate it. Until next time, I say what I mean what I say. Haters gonna hate, players gonna play, and y'all niggas holler at your boy.